Oh, wait, they changed the station now. Oh, it's metal now. What the freak?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's sad. Man, I quit. Fuck the show. We're not doing it. No. People, it's the MCA Ringside Hangout, and AKA also our weird rap show. I don't know. That's weird. I don't get it, man. Don't ask me no questions, Trey. God damn it. That's all I got. I don't know. People, yes, like I showed you right here, it's the MCA Ringside Hangout, and yes, we didn't do a show yesterday. Reasoning why is because man, this shit was grounded, Trey. Fuck SmackDown. I mean, I was like, oh wait, shit.
Yo, my computer died, but I'm back.
Wait, how the fuck did that happen as soon as we start?
I have no idea. I have no idea. But hey, we in there. We here at Ringside to talk about wrestling.
We talking about wrestling. I almost did this shit by myself. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? People, and like I said, no one's in the chat yet or anything, but people, I even have a little special window for you today. Look at that. Got your own little spot over here. And yes, it's time to attack the product because we're talking shit about the show. I'm just playing. No, we're not actually, because gotta tell you, I was super happy with tonight's show, man. I'm so happy. The Shield's back, Trey. The fucking Shield, man. I am fucking happy as shit about it. How about you?
Yeah, I have to eat my words from last week. Last week, I was like, whatever. But hey, they impressed me tonight. I loved it. I loved everything. I tried not to be that fanboy, like, because Hovig was kind of fanboy last week. I was like, nah, whatever. But when I actually saw it with Miz and Braun, I was like, okay, you got me. I'm ready.
So
I marked out.
They did this so perfect. I was so fucking happy. I was like, dude, you fucking did it. It's so amazing. You know, and the thing is too, like, yeah, you mentioned the Braun Strowman thing. Like, I was more hyped about like the whole fucking, Miz or Mr. thing, them fucking Mr. But you're right about the Braun Strowman thing. I'm gonna go and show this really quick too. But and he was fucking with Matt Hardy. I don't really understand why, but man, they got them back. And yes, people, this is a pirated YouTube copy. It's on YouTube. So obviously it's zoomed in really close to the fucking logo for tables, ladders, and chairs. I guess it's like, if we show the logo enough, maybe they won't get us in trouble. I don't know. Fucking weird. I don't get it. But shit was cool. Here's the thing though. What's the feud? Like, I mean, I get the angle. I get that the Shield's back, and they do, they correct injustice basically, right?
Right.
But it's like, we are leading to a show soon, and like if they just started this feud with the Miz Taraj, they're gonna have like this 3-on-3 thing, which by the way is back to the whole like WWE can't do math, because who's the next two? Is it gonna be Jason Jordan and Matt Hardy? Is Jeff gonna come back to help Matt after? I don't know. It's just like, it's cool that everybody's involved in the same storyline. I used to love that about the Attitude Era, but the thing is, back in the day in the Attitude Era, they used to be able to do the numbers right, and everybody had a dance partner. Here, I feel like Cesaro and Sheamus might be kind of floundering a little bit, because, like, or vice versa. Like, what's Curtis Axel or Bo Dallas is going to do? And is Bo Dallas really injured? Why wasn't he on the show tonight?
That's weird. Yeah, that was a weird thing. I was wondering if that was like legit or storyline, because like they did the whole thing with Bayley where Bayley wasn't really injured. So I was like, I wonder if this is a way to get Braun Strowman into the match, the 3-way match, because obviously they're going to need more of a powerhouse than just Bo Dallas. I mean, no offense to the guy, but if you want a 3-on-3 fight, would you rather see Curtis Axel, Miz, and Bo, or Miz, Curtis Axel, and Braun Strowman? Or in the mix, maybe Miz, Cesaro, Sheamus, Braun. I mean, it's multiple things they can do here without Bo Dallas. So, I mean, I think this is a step in the right direction.
And this begs the question, too, how big is the Miztourage at this point? I mean, is the Miztourage, is it, like, is Cesaro in there? Like, I say Cesaro because, it's pretty cool with both of their names on there. No, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, what's the official word on that? And by the way, too, with Braun Strowman going on, who is he going to align with more so? Like, I know he had this big old thing with, the Shield and everything, but Braun Strowman does not like the Miz either. Like, Braun Strowman he's just eating. He's like right back when he first came on. It's just like, feed me more. And Braun is just going to go around fucking up everybody. Is he going to go after the Miztourage at some point? Like, what do you feel about that? Where do you feel like Braun Strowman's loyalties, I guess, or not loyalties, but his targets, where do you think they lie?
If anything, Braun just needs to be for Braun at this point. I just think he needs to be that guy that goes after everybody. I mean, booking wise, of course, it makes sense for him to go with the Mizdourage, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think, me personally, I just want to be for him. Like, for instance, the whole Shield did that old school, and it's weird saying old school about the Shield, but old school Shield thing where they jumped to, the opponent or the person they were after, and they went ahead and put on the power bomb to a table.
Yeah,
Braun's big enough to get revenge on all three of them. And
exactly.
I mean, we've seen this guy on his debut, or we debut from the Wyatt family, go after these wrestlers, whether they're independent or not, 3-on-3 or anything. So if anybody can do it, Braun Strowman can.
That's the thing too. It's like it's almost like I'm interested in how that story is going to play out too, because you do realize like these guys they're doing some heel shit in a way, and it's almost like a Braun Strowman, even though he's a bad guy, if he comes back and does something, that's a revenge story, and that's a certain type of angle that I used to love back in the day with like Stone Cold being the bad guy, but he's going against the Hart Foundation, which are bigger bad guys. What's Stone Cold gonna do? Like, who's the good guy? Who do we feel sorry for? Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you
Right.
tell a good story, because these villains or baby faces, they have reasons to do shit from the other spectrum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like Braun Strowman literally was like, like the underdog, but not even an underdog, but just kind of like the sympathized character. Like, oh my god, he got fucked up. Like this is amazing to me. Like I'm just loving this shit.
I honestly felt
But, wow, you came in the other call. Hi, Trey number 2.
I thought it made sense for Braun to get beat up the way it did because it was actually a face shield breaking Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought booking wise, I thought, hey, you got this face team coming back together, beating up in a legit heel right now. And I thought I didn't feel sympathy for Braun. I felt like it was one of those things that this needs to happen to show, hey, Braun Strowman beat them. Like week after week after week, especially Roman and Braun have history. And I think Dean and Braun have history. I don't know if Seth Rollins did. I forgot if he did or not. But it just made more sense for the power bomb to happen that way, where I didn't feel sympathy for Braun. This was a long time coming.
Yeah, it was like he deserved it. And here's the thing too, I want to ask you about as well, is that when it comes to, like the Shield and everything, do you feel like this is the best thing that can possibly happen with Roman Reigns? Because for me, that was the last time we got people actually cheering for Roman, was when he was with the Shield. I mean, I remember that Royal Rumble where Daniel Bryan was eliminated. People booed the fuck out of everybody, and then at the very end, they're like, you know what, Roman Reigns, if he wins, we're down. And then they fucked up and had Batista win. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I mean, I hope this happens again. I think Roman Reigns fits so well with these guys, and everything that he lacks, they fucking complete. Man, I'm telling you, this is the best fucking thing they can do on the entire both rosters. I mean, I was so fucking hyped. I mean, it was just awesome to me. But moving on, though, we move on to the next thing over here. It's time to walk with Elias. Man, did you hear how hot that fucking crowd was for Elias?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I'll be honest with you. I was caught off guard. I was like, what? Wait.
But like even with
Why?
heel heat, it was amazing. And I feel like Titus O'Neil kind of fucked it up a little bit. Like, what'd you think about the banjo thing with Titus O'Neil?
Stupid. That was cringy and stupid.
It was okay. It was kind of funny when you first started doing it. Then it just got fucking ridiculous. But man, and then the match too was so fucking good. This is the first good match I've seen Elias do, actually, because that motherfucker. Like, I love his character. I like the gimmick. I love the guitar. I love his skills. But god damn, he's a horrible wrestler. Tonight, that went away, and I think it was a lot because of Apollo Crews. I think Apollo Crews helped him so much. But god, man, it was just so busy, and they even gave them a commercial break, like in the middle of the match. I was surprised about that. I thought this was gonna be like a 4-minute match, but no, they kept going on the entire time, man. Like that shit was fucking awesome. But what'd you think about it? I mean, did you not give a shit, or what do you feel?
It was an okay match. I wouldn't say it was a fantastic match. I don't think it was on the level of like, oh my god, like the Attitude Era D'Lo Brown match or whatever. But I thought it did all right for what it was trying to do. I mean, y'all feel like Apollo kind of carried Elias? Is that how you say his name? I don't know.
Elias.
Elias. I don't know. It's really hard to tell because Apollo Crews is hyped up as this big wrestler in the Indies, and he's trying to be nothing in WWE to the point I don't even think he's a complete wrestler anymore. But I guess I was kind of proved wrong tonight, though. I think both of them put on a good show. I thought it was an okay match.
And I will say Apollo Crews did such great matches on fucking NXT. I remember watching like a little bit of NXT when I still had Hulu, and I was like, okay, the Apollo Crews guy is the next Rusev and Ryback. Like he's the next. And the thing is like Ryback sucks and Rusev is boring. Apollo Crews is the fixture of both of those. Like Apollo Crews might not be the best like mic man, but his character, his gimmick, the fact that he's just not your typical like I like to destroy guys. The motherfucker can smile. Like that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like that's the potential The Rock or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. But I don't know. With the Titus O'Neil thing, I feel like no matter what, Titus O'Neil is going to overshadow anything he does, and it kind of hurts the character. And then one thing that kind of overshadowed the entire match that everybody's talking about on Twitter apparently. But the walking the rope. Or I guess he's calling it the walking with Elias move. It looks a little familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a sudden dead man used to do. Let's not be blunt. Undertaker used to do those.
Yeah, well, how do you feel about Undertaker's moves already up for sale?
I mean, that's weird. I will say that to see somebody else do it, but
Does it make
it
you
was
feel
kind of
older?
like that. Say it again.
Does it make you feel older?
Well, it kind of does it because the thing is, I used to be that guy that used to watch WCW and WWF at the same time. So when I saw the Giant, now known as Big Show, do the choke slam, I was like, he stole Undertaker's move. What? You know?
Yeah.
It was kind of like one of those things. So
Or Haku used the rock bottom. That was a big thing for me personally.
Oh
And
yeah.
Disco Inferno used the stunner.
Stone Cold Stunner. Yes,
The Chartbuster. Oh my god. Like that, man. Fuck y'all, WCW, fucking assholes.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like I'm not really that feeling old about it, I guess, because it seems like there's been a constant thing at wrestling. Heck, Roman Reigns with the spears. It's like, of course, the Golden Boy with the spear is Goldberg, and when you think of second place, it's Edge. So.
And for me, like it was Rhino. Like the gore felt
Oh,
different.
the gore. Yeah. How could I forget about the gore? Rhino was excellent with the gore, man.
Dude, something about, and then Paul Heyman, like the way he's like gore. I was like, dude, like I got goosebumps over a fucking tackle. Like this is amazing. So that shit was cool, man. I used to love Rhino's gore, and then obviously Goldberg's spear. But I gotta tell you, like if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it better. I mean, look at Ember Moon with the fucking Eclipse move. You know, basically her turnbuckle stunner. And then you see something, you know, like the Elias old school thing, and the move sucks. Like, I'm sorry, but the move sucks in general. I don't like when Undertaker does it either. But he did this worse. I think he kind of butchered it. I think he should never do that shit again. It was almost like when John Cena did that fucking springboard stunner. Like, it's bad.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is trash, man. And it's not even like he did exactly like the Undertaker, except just not as cool, and it's not as, you know, like, ooh, look at him on the ropes. I feel like, yeah, Elias, he's not big enough to where it's like, oh, it's amazing that he's on the ropes. I can imagine him being on the ropes. Like, yeah, of course. Like, it's just weird to me, man. I didn't like the fucking move.
You know what I think about Elias? Did I say it right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, what I think about that is that it's weird because it's like I want to say, well, hey, let's give him a couple of weeks, let's give him a couple of months to get better and everything. But here's the thing. He was an NXT superstar, and he had that chance in NXT. And I think it's on one of those I'm going to call it the Adam Rose effect.
Yeah.
Where, you know, his character was a little over within the NXT crowd. Granted, he was a heel, Adam Rose was a face, but still, he was over as a heel in NXT, where they felt like they need to move him to the main roster so he can do a little, like, to emphasize on him making money for WWE. And I'm just like, that was a bad move because as a character, yeah, it might be over, but his wrestling isn't up that good, and it's not going to be good. I mean, I can see him being a jobber. Like, right now, I see him soon being in a character role like Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, which, by the way, it's shameful for Curtis Axel. He can wrestle, actually. So,
yeah, and here's
you
this,
know,
too. Like, this is his last game, by the way. I mean, we never, ever are going to talk about Adam Rose ever again, so I just wanted to, like, show this really quick. His character of Leo Kruger was fucking badass. I love Leo Kruger. That shit was awesome. And his clothesline finisher, I don't know if it was a finisher or not, but his clotheslines were fucking like JBL type clotheslines. They were fucking great. So I don't know why they ruined him with Adam Rose. And I really hope they don't do that with the Drifter, because here's the thing though, like in NXT it was Elias Sampson the Drifter, right? And it was really cool. He had this very like dooming character. he is just like a stand-up comedian with a guitar right now. Like he's like Zach Galifianakis if he was a wrestler. Like it's not really cool. And they're not even calling him the Drifter anymore. They're calling him Elias. He's just a cocky dude with a guitar. I'm like, what was cool about him is the Drifter. Like think about that. Imagine him like just roaming about like Sting. Like you know what I mean? Like I love the idea of like he could be our next Sting. This motherfucker is not going to be that right now. Like, you know what I mean?
No, far from it.
So far from it. And it's so, like, just the potential, Trey. The potential, and it's not going to fucking be there. Like, it bothers the crap out of me because I actually really do like Elias' look. I like the way he plays guitar and everything. Then you got people like Tyus O'Neil making fun of him, which Tyus needs something to do, so I don't mind that too much. I'm not even going to use that against the ratings tonight and everything, but it's just... Y'all got to get your shit together with Elias, man, because you're stumbling upon some really good shit here, and you're going to fuck it up. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of that, this is the only thing, and here's the thing, people. So, I'm going to do like a little bit of a spoiler alert type thing here. This show was damn near a 5 out of 5 for me. I was so close to giving this a 5 out of 5. Like, you don't even know. I was like, even in the beginning of the show, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to give this 5 out of 5. I can't believe it. There's only two things that fucked that up for me, and this made this, like, way fucking down. The Sister Abigail thing. Motherfucker, man. Like, so I didn't even see this, like, because Finn Balor was coming out, and I can't stand Finn Balor. I'm sorry. I cannot take his fucking, his things. But, and unfortunately, I don't have any clips or whatever. Oh, actually, I do have a clip that you sent me.
Yeah, I sent you the clip of it.
Let me pull this out right quick. This fucking
clip.
guy. So, and I'll play it really quick. I'll just start. Well, there it is, really. I mean, I got no words. Like, I really don't. Like, I would play it and everything, but, like, just look. He's Sister Abigail. This is like Cactus Jack or something. What the fuck, Trey?
Oh, man, I don't know, man. It's like, I read somebody on Twitter say that the worst, not the worst, but Sister Abigail being Bray's trap name or stripper name or something like that.
Oh, damn.
I was just like, that's pretty much what happened here. I mean, granted, I hope in the God, I might be wrong. And I hope I'm right. But maybe it was one of those things like the spirit of Sister Abigail took over Bray. But as far as I seen tonight, Bray Wyatt is Sister Abigail, and it's such a disappointment. I mean, look at him. Look at him.
No, this
That's
supposed
to be Sister Abigail?
No, it's literally funny. Like, okay, you know what I was thinking of when I first saw this? Have you ever seen the music video from Caesar called Truth?
No.
Man, just let me show you something real quick, because for one, it doesn't help that the fucking video is a goddamn wrestling video. Like, you know what I mean? And that's Caesar, by the way. Always wearing eyeliner. Well, let me pass this shit. Let me see this fucking thing. Here we go. There's the lead singer from Caesar. Always wearing eyeliner, always wearing makeup or some shit. And watching this, I was like, I cannot fucking believe that they, dressed this dude up as a girl, almost like a transvestite, and then they're playing the song, the music video in the rain. That's kind of what happened with Bray Wyatt tonight. And then it doesn't help matters at all that Caesar came up with this new single called Betray and Degrade. And let me just fast forward towards the very end. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Trey, does that look familiar to you at all? Like,
is that what?
Yeah, that's Caesar, but like, you know what I mean? Like he looks just like Bray Wyatt. He even has the makeup on and everything. I'm like, Caesar did a better job with Sister Abigail than fucking Bray Wyatt. Ever since that Randy Orton feud, dude, I'm telling you, ever since that feud, almost a year ago now, Bray Wyatt has just plummeted. Like, it killed his fucking career. It's terrible, and it's infecting everybody surrounding him. It kind of fucked up Dean Ambrose for a little bit. It's fucking up Finn Balor. Why is Finn Balor part of this feud still? Finn Balor beat him numerous times.
Bray Wyatt has been horrible for a long time. I'm telling you. I don't know. Well, ever since he got the last thing I remember Bray Wyatt being cheered for was when the Shield finally went against the Wyatt family. That was the most anticipated match for the longest time. And that was around the time it was that Dean Ambrose was going to be the person that betrays the Shield and not Seth Rollins. It was never known Seth Rollins would betray the Shield. Everybody thought it was going to be Dean Ambrose at the time. But still, that was the last time Bray Wyatt got cheered, I think. Other than that, everything else he's done has been pointless. Like ever since they got the Wyatt family broken up, they're nothing. Bray Wyatt's been nothing. Heck, even his biggest claim to fame was that John Cena match he had, which he lost that match. And I just feel like there's just a lot going on with the Bray character. They don't know what to do. It's like, it's weird, man. I feel like if Bray Wyatt been the one to beat the Undertaker, maybe he'd be doing better than he is right now, because he's supposed to be the new face of fear and all that. If he beat Taker. So it's just weird how ever since he's just having all these downward spiraled matches, and we're supposed to be scared of him. That's gone. WWE has done a horrible job booking already. It's gone.
It's gone. And then on top of that too, let me just show you this really quick. But this boy, oh wait, there he is, Finn Balor. They killed his shit too, man. The fact that he's been in this so long, I could give a flying fuck less what he does next, man. I really could not. They need to send him to SmackDown, and that's what I was going to ask you too on Be the Booker, because we're moving on, I guess, to an extent, because I mean it kind of has to do with this, because for me, Be the Booker wise, if I had to choose anybody to leave, because the question is like, who would you choose from Raw to go to SmackDown now? Because someone needs to leave, something needs to just go, right? For me, I would pick Finn Balor. I think what we need to see is some of these dream matches that people like you like from New Japan. I want to see Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. I want to see Finn Balor versus Nakamura. I want to see him face fucking a few guys. Sami Zayn now with the whole thing going on. Maybe a resurgence of him versus Kevin Owens. Adrian Neville maybe on the cruiserweight or something. But Finn Balor needs to get the fuck out of Raw, or else this shit's goner. Like it's gonna go. But what do you feel about it, man? Like, Be the Booker wise, who would you, if you had to send somebody from Raw to SmackDown, who would you choose?
When he gets back from injury, Jeff Hardy. I think it's about that time that the appeal of the Hardy Boys being together, it's time for that to end. I think it's time for them to go back to their single run. I want Jeff Hardy back to his single run and hear no more words, because one, it's awesome theme song. Two, Jeff Hardy had an amazing single career, and I think he can execute that again in the main roster. I mean, he's been wanting that for a while. Even when he was in TNA, like, he always talked about that. Hey, that's his crowd. WWE audience, WWE Universe, that's his crowd right there. He was come back and have another singles run. This is his chance now. So I think if he goes to SmackDown, there may be a chance to not only map, but maybe make SmackDown great. Because
make SmackDown great again?
No, I didn't mean to say that. And then this will be also a chance for Matt Hardy on Raw, though, to do what he needs to do to get over. Because, I think Hovick hinted it last week, or told us last week, he was supposed to be doing some kind of a woke gimmick. I think it's still being said about the WWE, but the delete thing, we cannot say the delete thing was never over, because even in WWE, people are saying Brother Nero, all this stuff. Delete chants are still popular among the WWE Universe to this day, so we can't say that wasn't over. But I think it's about time for Matt Hardy to change himself again. I mean, we literally just seen him job to Braun Strowman.
Exactly.
I think he's way past the jobbing phase. Like, this is Matt Hardy we're talking about. So I think he needs to just go back and rejuvenate himself, or come up with a new gimmick.
Yeah, and like just as Jeff Hardy's tantrum from TNA, and I feel like I want to see this Jeff Hardy show up. I want to heal Jeff Hardy almost. You know what I mean? Like, I want a Jeff Hardy who feels like a fucking star. I mean, I don't know if you remember like the Immortal storyline from TNA.
Oh yeah, I do.
Dude, like those few promos that Jeff Hardy did, I feel like came from his heart. Whether or not he's playing an asshole character that's not savory to us or not, Jeff Hardy was a man in fucking charge. He looked like and felt like a fucking leader. I want that again. Imagine Jeff Hardy being like, I put my body on the line for you motherfuckers. Like, dude, I'm Jeff fucking Hardy. Because another thing, too, to keep in mind here, apparently some report came out that he's not allowed to wear face paint anymore. So, yeah. So it's like, what better time to call yourself Jeffrey Hardy? You know what I mean? Like, or Jay Hardy, or Jeffrey, or Jeff, or, you know what I mean? Some shit. Or even Nero. Like, call Nero. Come out to the ring.
Right.
You know, like some shit. But the character of flying out, you know, doing crazy shit, you know, like that needs to end, man. And hold on, guys, sneeze.
Yeah, and I agree with you that it does need to end. That whole thing just needs to stop. and even thing with Matt Hardy, like I'm still mad about that. The fact he jobbed Braun. I mean, yeah, that's a great thing with the Shield, but this is Matt Hardy, dude. Like, come on, man. Regardless of like your hate the elite thing, you can't ignore the fact that Matt Hardy has been a tremendous part of the wrestling industry for a while, and I don't think it was right for him to job the Braun. So I think the quicker they break the Hardy Boys together, one goes to SmackDown, one goes to Raw, it'll be quicker for them to get in their own stories and stuff, new characters.
Yeah, man, and I'm over here looking at too. The chat's been pretty empty today, but over here, Forever Wrestling YouTube says, "I love you, man. This is a good fucking podcast. Thank you very much, sir."
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. And that's the thing too. Usually we have more people talking and everything, but I think we started a little bit late. People might be freaking out about fucking the show tonight, because I mean, dude, the Shield. Like, I'm still hyped about the fucking Shield, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't blame them. They probably just there was so much excitement. They need to just fall back and be like, oh, I need to relax.
Oh, yeah, no, because I felt the same way. Like, I actually want to end this shit now because I'm fucking tired. But here's the thing, though. We're not going to be doing that because we got to get into our ratings, man. Ratings. Now, I'm going to go first because I feel like you're not going to give it as much of a good rating as I will. So I feel like I should just go first and just set the tone for this fucking thing. For me, the Mickie James thing was some of the most cringiest diva shit I've seen in a while. She dolled herself up way too much this time. I'm not one to talk about, like, oh, I give bad ratings to pretty girls. But it's just like, dude. Like, I thought you were going to be like this badass chick that's like, I'm going to fuck you up. But she took a lot of time trying to get real sexy. Fuck that shit. And Alexa Bliss, too, man. She's just getting worse and worse and worse in the mic. I thought you get better with practice. What the fuck? So that really pissed me off. And then also, man, I got to tell you that Sister Abigail was one of the... I mean, you talk about fucking storyline that literally you have like 20 options. 20 options to go with. And you go with he's Sister Abigail? That's a prank. It's like they fucking made a joke on us. It's unfathomable how fucking stupid that is. It's amazing to me. With that, I gotta give the show a 3 out of 5. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the Sister Abigail thing, I could possibly ignore the Divas situation and give it like a 4.5 out of 5. But the Sister Abigail thing was the dumbest shit I have ever fucking seen them do so far. This is up there with like them fucking at the invasion angle. Because the invasion angle was one of the easiest things. Just tell the story, WCW versus WWF. So simple, you had to fuck it up. Bray Wyatt, Sister Abigail, you could have just made Paige come back. Don't even let her talk. Have Nikki Cross come in. Like anybody, what the fuck? Anyways, yeah, 3 out of 5. Go ahead, Trey.
Yeah, I'm with you. 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
I thought the show was actually pretty legit. Way better than what we've seen from SmackDown as of late as well. Better than last week's Raw. I'll even say that. Like I said, the Shield thing was the hypest thing of the night, in my opinion. It was just great to see it again. Like, I tried to be that guy that was like, whatever. But nah, I marked down. I thought it was awesome. It was cool. Especially them coming out of nowhere and beating up on Braun. And I was like, that caught me off guard. I liked it, loved it. Thumbs up. It was like I said, we're to say old school, but it was that old school Shield thing. It was great to kind of see that again. I guess I can kind of admit that it brought me back to the old days where I wish CM Punk was to come out, CM Punk was doing the Shield thing, yeah. So I thought it was just cool to see that. I said the lowest point of the show was the Sister Abigail thing. I'm sorry, man. That whole being taken over by Bray, if that was the point, nah, it was just bad. The Sister Abigail being Bray Wyatt was one of the worst things I've ever seen. Like I said, I'm hoping to the gods we are wrong on this. Sister Abigail is actually like a spirit taking over Bray, but as of right now, this is getting really stupid, and I'm tired of Bray versus Finn, especially when we know that Finn Balor is going to win anyway because Bray Wyatt can't win anything. It's rare for Bray to win anything. As a matter of fact, on this show, you see me mark out whenever Bray wins something because it's so rare for him to win anything. So that's the lowest point of the show, in my opinion. But yeah, 3 out of 5. Thumbs up.
One thing to consider too that makes it kind of like even more insulting. I almost want to change rain to lower, but I'm not. But it's like one thing that makes it worse is you saw how they fucked up with Jason Jordan and Kurt Angle, and that was stupid. You can kind of see that they're trying to change that little by little. Other than Booker T's commentary, where he's like, "I can't believe little daddy's boy, fuck that guy." Like Booker T is not a fan of Jason Jordan, and I think it's funny when he's talking shit. But it's like they noticed that they fucked up with Enzo, and they made something good out of it. They noticed that they kind of fucked up with the whole like Kevin Owens Shane Man feud, and they did something great with the Sami Zayn thing last night. One of the best turns that makes sense in a while. without actually having Sami Zayn do super heelish shit, made some. I applaud them the way they did the Hell in a Cell last night. So when you see something just 24 hours ago, and they do something like that, the Sister Abigail thing, I gotta tell you, dude, it is insulting. Like, I was happy. I was on a high from the Hell in a Cell match last night. You know what I mean? And I didn't like the show. I thought the Hell in a Cell was horrible last night, but that last bit with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens was some good shit, man. And it got me. Dude, you could have asked me 100 times, like, what do you think is gonna happen? I would have never guessed Sami Zayn's gonna help Kevin Owens. There's no way.
I would call anybody bullcrap. I would tell them in their face, "No, you are lying. Nobody predicted that Sami Zayn's gonna betray." The only hint I kind of would think of, if I think hard enough, is the fact that Daniel Bryan did a Q&A about like how Sami Zayn's kind of failed on SmackDown or whatever, and Sami Zayn's like, "Yeah, that's a understatement." I mean, it's not a lot to go off on, but it kind of shows Sami Zayn's pent up frustrations. And granted, we didn't really see that on the show as much, but that's what made it even more perfect. The fact that it came out of nowhere. The Sister Abigail thing, Sister Abigail's been hyped up since Bray Wyatt was on NXT. Yeah. And this is what we get. This is what we get. The whole Enzo Amore thing. I've been very critical about Enzo, but I'll give credit where credit's due. WWE took all the negativity about Enzo Amore, used it in the storyline to make him this douchebag champion, and he's gotten help to get the Cruiserweight division kind of an important role on Raw, and even getting people to watch 205 Live. Like, I will give credit where credit's due. Enzo's doing a good job. I'll give him thumbs up. But Bray Wyatt, you doing a horrible job, buddy.
Yeah, man. It's frustrating, and it doesn't help that Bray Wyatt has gotten in trouble behind the scenes, and it doesn't help either that Bray Wyatt just is not putting in enough. They're like, you know what? Your promos are boring. You're doing the same shit. You never really tried to like make yourself a little bit different. Nothing. It's the same fucking thing. I hate the shit. I really do. And in the chat too, Raheem showed up. I thought we were gonna go one show without you, Raheem, but you still showed up, man. Thank you. Believe in the Shield, damn straight. That's a great way to end off. Fucking, I love the Shield tonight. God damn. I hope they don't fuck this up. I don't know how they can, because I'll be honest. And before you go, I mean, let's just really do this shit. Trey, do you feel like the Shield ever did anything shitty? Because I feel like the Shield has always been at least average entertaining. They've always did something at least somewhat interesting.
Near the end, they got boring. I was getting sick of them, especially in that feud against Evolution. I thought the Shield versus Evolution was one of the worst feuds I've seen in a while. I believe so anyway. Well, nah, never mind. Okay, besides Sister Abigail, I think right now, that was one of the worst things I saw back then. So, but other than that, no, the Shield was always pretty interesting for the most part. I think they were pretty cool.
So with that said, I feel like, man, they need to try hard to fuck this up. The Shield is such a great concept. You can't fuck it up. The only way they can fuck it up is if someone turning heel within a week, and then it's all for nothing. That would
right.
I
agree.
But people, that is it. We are done. But here's the thing, though. Anime night, is that this week? I'm sorry, I don't even know my own shit.
Yes, sir. Anime night is this week, right after the midweek chat attack on Wednesday. We are doing anime based on Halloween and horror in general. So join us for that horror night of anime. There are some pretty good horror animes. I showed Alan some stuff from the 80s, 90s, and even nowadays that are good horror stuff. So join us for that after the midweek. And then, of course, join us tomorrow for the SmackDown show. It's going to suck, by the way, spoilers. And then, join us Saturday for the Midnight Chat Attack at 7:30 CST.
And we're going to do an extra special. It's going to be a 3-hour-long Flex and Chill. So it's going to be really good. Can't wait.
I can have that.
And Trey, you're invited. No, people, that's going to be it, y'all. On the count of 3, Mr. Trey, Cooper, Pooper, Scooper, man. 1, 2, 3.
Attack the beat the chat. Yes,
sir. The heat. Good.
Oh yeah, screw SmackDown, WrestleMania.
Yes, man, WrestleMania was a show.